Hi, I'm Dr. Jones, board certified pediatrician specializing in Black health and wellness. Today we're going to talk about introducing solid foods. A lot of parents are so excited when their baby can try foods for the first time, so we'll walk through signs to look for that indicate they're ready, and also how you will go about selecting the foods that you give your baby to try. How do you know your baby is ready to start solids? There are a couple developmental things that your pediatrician is looking for, but there are also things that you might have a better idea about for me with your baby at home. So as a pediatrician, I'm looking to see how is your baby able to control their head and neck. That gives us an indication of whether or not they are able to protect their airway if they were to choke on something that they're eating for the first time. So if your baby is not quite able to hold their head up, they still kind of have that shake that 4-month-olds have usually, or they're not able to sit up independently, even if it's for a brief time before they start to lean forward. These are things that we look at before we say that the baby is ready to start solid foods. The other thing you might want to consider when you're at home, look at how your baby responds when you are eating dinner with the family at dinner time. Is the baby looking at the food? Do they seem interested? Are they grabbing at your spoon or your fork? Are they trying to put food in their mouths? That is a sign that the baby is ready to start eating solids. So how do we go about selecting the foods that are appropriate for baby? So, this is an opportunity to really broaden your baby's palate. We want to do everything we can to avoid having a picky eater who's also in their terrible 2s and 3s. And so I would recommend exposing your baby to as many flavors and textures as possible during this learning phase so that they are less resistant to the things that your pediatrician is going to recommend as they get older, such as fruits, vegetables, and less junk food. This is also a good time to introduce water to your babies. So at 4 months of age, that is the earliest that I would recommend, or your pediatrician might recommend, that your baby can start solid foods. At 4 months of age, this is just socialization. The baby's primary source of nutrition is still going to be breast milk or formula. We're really just experimenting with, like I said, different textures, different flavors, and it doesn't even have to be a routine at 4 months or 5 months of age. At 6 months of age, this is when we expect that the baby is getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay? You might be wondering, what foods do I give my baby for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So anything that you can eat, the baby can try. So I usually recommend parents puree their baby's food from whole foods. So like if you have sweet potatoes in your pantry, you can go ahead, boil those sweet potatoes and puree them for your baby. This is much better and it helps the digestive system develop much quicker than the standard pureed baby foods that you see in the grocery store.